Hello, Jacoby. Thank you for your time at first.
Yeah, good to
My
see you.
name is my name is Taki, and I've got to say, you've been a part of my life since I was a teen, watching Scarred on MTV.
This
um, at,
episode scarred. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember.
at 14, I think. And ever since, Papa Roach has been a constant on my playlist. So, how does it feel for you to know that your projects, whether music or TV, have left such a lasting impact on people? My first question.
It is. It's really so cool. It's not something that I necessarily expected in the beginning of our career, but we always had a dream of being a band that had a legacy, that had a story, that didn't wasn't just like a flash in the pan. Like, okay, we got a couple albums and then we're gone. And it's just so cool that we've made it an impact on people's lives like that. It's pretty cool because the more and more I do interviews lately, the more and more people I meet that are like, "Oh, you're that was Pop Roach was the first CD that I got when I was a kid," or so we inspired a lot of these young musicians, people in the business like yourself, and so it's really cool. I'm grateful for it. It's pretty dope.
Nice. Nice to hear. So, you celebrate the 25th anniversary of your iconic album Infest in 2024. Five, sorry. Looking back on those years, how does it feel?
Oh man, there's so many good memories from that era. So many firsts for us and the band. I remember the first time going to Europe playing shows, first time in Germany playing shows, and just that new adventure of coming into a new territory that we'd never been to, and people are singing our music back to us, and just what a cool experience. And then to be so successful so young was that was wild. That really was. And
Yeah.
it's not this that's not the experience that a lot of people have, I guess, in bands, but we had that experience, and it's a trip. And we still play a handful of those songs live every time we step on stage because we know that it's such an integral part of our story and who we are, and what the fans want from us.
Yeah, of course. And are you excited about the rise of the Roach tour? It kicks off in January, right? Will there
Yeah,
be any special highlights or challenges? Maybe.
this is going to be the biggest, baddest, most kick-ass live show you've seen from Papa Roach. We've been working so hard on, putting the right songs into the set list, some old school songs with some reimaginations. And I don't want to, let all the cats out the bag, because we want it to be a surprise for the fans, but just be ready for P Roach to be on fire. It's going to be
Nice.
off the chain, and it's I got to after I get off this call later today, where we have another call with the band, just working on the last details of the production of the show, and it's gonna be kick ass.
Nice. And are there any plans for a new album or exciting projects you're currently working on? So can you share any details, maybe?
We've been working on a bunch of new music, and so we got some really cool stuff in store for the fans when it comes to that. And I can't tell you all the plans, but just know that I believe we've made some of the most kick-ass music of our career coming up here on this next one. And so I don't necessarily know the release date,
Yeah.
um, but I would just say stay tuned.
Okay. And will we hear new music on tour?
Well, you're going to have to come to the show to find that out.
Okay. So, what was the defining moment for you that brought the band its big breakthrough?
The defining moment,
Yeah.
I would say we were in our rehearsal spot in Sacramento, and it's this little basement we were working in, and Tobin brought in the riff for Last Resort. He played it on piano, and he's like, "I feel like it would instead of being playing on piano, it'd be cool if we put it on guitar. Let's hear what it sounds like on guitar." And from that moment, we all knew in that basement, we knew we were like, "That's something special. What
Yeah.
is this? We need to explore that." And we did. We took it to the stage. We started playing it, in the small clubs we were doing, and people would be like, "Play that song again, play that song again." and that was a good sign. And then we released it uh, as a single and went on to the Warp Tour in America, and that was the moment that it just exploded, and my life was forever changed.
What has been your most memorable moment with Papa Roach so far?
Oh man, most memorable moment.
Tricky questions.
Ooh, there's we've I got to tell you, it's like fortunately we've had a lot of those really great memorable moments. One of them being, I would say, okay, here's a good one, and this one we reflected upon this one just recently. Was I think it was Rock Park. We headlined inside the arena, and we played. I think it was like we played after Tool. Radiohead had just finished on the main stage, and we were in the arena, and there were thousands of people. The arena was totally full to capacity, and there were thousands of people out watching our performance on the big screens out there. They had pumped it through the speakers outside, and we had one of the most intense, just savage performances of our career at that point. And that was, early back in, I'd say 2000, 2001.
Mm.
And that one is definitely something that we look back upon as one of the highlights of our career. And
Rock Park.
we've had so many since. Yeah, Rock and Park.
Yeah, I was at Rock Ring for a few times, 16 times, I guess.
Shit, let's go.
Yeah.
That's what's
So, and what does it mean for you to perform at Wacken Open Air next year for the first time? What are your expectations for this legendary festival?
Oh, it's such an honor to be on Wacken, and it is most definitely a legendary rock and metal festival. And so for us to be one of the headliners, what an honor. And so we're gonna we owe it to the fans to bring the fucking house down. You know what I mean? Like we need to tear that one up. And that's I mean, it's got a storied history. So many greats have been on that stage, and every year it sells out. And yeah, so we owe it to the fans to put on a great show.
Yeah, of course. Nice. So, are there any artists you'd love to collaborate with for the future?
Oh man, I've said this so many times. I've probably said this 100 times, and I would love to collaborate with the Prodigy at some
Yeah.
point in our career. I just feel like there could be something really cool. I don't know, maybe if it's they do a remix of our song or if I get on one of their songs or something. I've always been a huge fan of the Prodigy. I've seen them live many times, and probably one of my favorite live acts out there. They slay every time. And yeah, I love their music.
Okay, so soon you're playing in an unplugged set at our radio station here in Kassel in Germany.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so how important is direct contact with your fans to you, and how has that evolved over the years? So, I mean, when you're here in a few weeks, it's very intimate and very private. So, how is it for you, and how, yeah, evolved over the years?
It's just so cool to see the people's faces, the people
Yeah,
that listen, the people that are invested, the people that connect with our music are so important to us. And through the years, we found different ways to connect with the fans, right? It's like we get on stage, that's one thing, but it's like after the show, right? When all the dust is settled, and there's the people on the rail afterwards. It's like roll off the bus, go sign some autographs, take some pictures, and just hear some stories. And I think that those are the moments I feel that are like the most impressionable to me. We've done like the VIP meet and greet, and that's one thing, but it's like there's something special about meeting the rock fan after the show, after, you know what I mean? And like, oh, here's my sweaty shirt. Will you sign it? And hearing the stories of how our music has inspired them or influenced them or affected their lives in a positive way, like what a cool gift that is. And because I think as humans we're born for connection, and I think and born for community, and I think that that's what this music does. It brings people together.
very nice. Thank you. So, some random questions now. What's currently on repeat for you when you're listening to music in your free time?
Shoot, what am I listening to on repeat right now? Well, let's go in. Let's see.
Everybody has this one song.
Yeah, no. What's the one that I've been? Oh, you know what? It's my power song lately, and it's I went back to the old school Bulls on Parade, Rage Against the Machine. That's like when I go for my
Mhm.
run and I'm getting tired, I put Bulls on Parade on, and I'm just like, go, let's go. Because I've been training like really hard for the last month um, to get prepared for this next year of touring, and
Yeah.
so I'm trying to get as physically fit and as just physically ready as possible so we can put on a great show. We can throw down.
Yeah, of course. So, and if you weren't a musician, what would you do? What would you be doing for a living today?
I would probably be a chef. I'd
Oh,
be a
yeah.
chef at one of those like top notch restaurants. I've always had a love for the culinary arts. I think that food is another thing that brings people together. You know what I mean? It's like sitting around a table and that conversation, and to be able to provide the meal that is part of that moment, I think is just so cool. And when I'm home, I do me. It's not. I do a lot of cooking when I'm at home as well, and so that's
Yeah.
another thing that I participate in here as as a family man. And I think my family likes my cooking. I think they like my barbecue. Sometimes I do good, and sometimes I'm like, that wasn't so good.
What's your favorite dish?
Oh man, barbecue, American
Barbecue.
barbecue.
Yeah.
That, and I mean, I like some really simple foods as well. Like, and it sounds goofy, but bacon and eggs, fried bacon, fried eggs in the morning. To me, I'm just like, what? I think as I get older, it's like just those really simple meals that just they make me feel good. It's like a comfort food.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
those are the meals that just I love. I love breakfast. I'm a breakfast guy. I really do love breakfast.
Nice. Okay, so some backstage talk. What's on your rider?
Our rider's pretty simple. It used to be lots of champagne, lots of vodka, uh, lots of whiskey, lots of beer. Now our rider is a bit simpler. It's a bit more healthy. It's like, spring water in a glass bottle, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, that kind of thing. I think it's just, I've learned what what type of fuel I need, you know what I mean? To
Yeah.
like keep me healthy and keep me strong, and that's the route I'm taking. So it's on the very healthy route, to be honest. Every once in a while,
Perfect.
I'll tear up some sweets. I got a sweet tooth. I do like the sweets. I can't lie. I like chocolate. Love chocolate.
Okay. Better we know for the concert
Oh yeah.
here.
Oh yes, I love chocolate. That would be like one of my guilty pleasures.
All right.